Well, greetings everyone. Welcome to Mamaja Technologies. And right here, I'm using myself the Dell Vostro 3670 PC case that's running on the Core i3 8th generation CPU, rocking 24 gigabyte system memory. So that's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about is I have myself a fan here. So I want to install this fan over there. It has this connector, but on this motherboard there's only a fan header for the CPU that is over there, and as I checked, there's no any other headers for installing a system fan anywhere on the motherboard. So I had this case for a couple of weeks now, let me just say a month. And today, as I was checking it, I was worried, but I had to investigate. I realized something. Let me bring it closer. If you check over here, focus, let me lock focus over there. It's written fan system. This is where the system fan header was supposed to be installed, but it's not installed by default. So everyone, now what I have myself here is a multimeter, a digital one, and I still have my fan over here that I have to install. What I needed to get was this extension cable. So how I'm gonna go about this is I'll need this header, meaning I'll just have to cut it off here to be able to solder it on those connectors or those points over there. So before I do anything, just to be on the safe side, I think it will be vital for me to test for polarity of those points over there, which one is negative, which one is positive, and which one is for the signal, since this is a 3-pin header. So without wasting time, let me turn on the system and then prepare my multimeter to be able to check this thing out. Wait, before I do that, okay, my SSD is disconnected. Then we can continue. Turn on the multimeter. I think you'll be able to see it. So this is negative, this is positive. Let's see what we find out. So I have a hunch that the one on the left is for negative, and the one in the middle next to it is for positive. But just to be on the safe side, let's check. Let me plug. I have to be careful here because one mistake, something can go horribly wrong. So I have it there. Then we touch this other point. As you can see, it's 12 volts. When we run it off, it's 11.98 volts, meaning it's gonna be negative, positive, and the signal. So the way it's gonna go, the moment I cut this header, when I cut it here, it means it has to sit like this, because it's gonna be black for negative, red for positive, and then the yellow for signal, and I have to solder it right over there. Meaning what I have to do now is switch off the system, and then what I need to do next is to take out the motherboard from the case to be able to work on soldering over there, because it's a very pretty tight spot to work in. And once I'm done, I'm gonna come back and show you if it worked or not. So guys, after taking out the motherboard from the box, what I did was, instead of soldering wires independently, I tried to wire that header to solder it here. I'm not good in soldering, but I did what I can. It's not a bad soldering job per se, but so let's see if it will get the job done. So I'm about to put the board back into the box and try it out. In fact, before I can put it back to the box, let me just quickly plug it in and see what happens. So right now I have the system plugged, the power supply cable going to the motherboard, and I just plugged in the CPU heatsink at the fan just for in case. So what I need to do is, the fan is plugged in to to the makeshift or the the DIY fan header. So I'm gonna plug it in and see what happens. I just hope I don't blow myself up. So let me do this, and it's spinning, meaning that what I wanted to do, I have achieved it, and it's spinning the correct way. So guys, I think this is a way that you can get yourself a fan header on the motherboard if the motherboard for the Dell Vostro 3670 doesn't have a system fan header like mine didn't. This is how you can get it done and have yourself an exhaust fan, because normally when I run the case, I run it with the side panel open because it gets too hot, especially when I'm playing games or editing videos. So this exhaust fan might help in that regard. Okay, so guys, now it's late. I've finally managed to install the fan on the system at the back, and I've managed to also install something extra in the system, some LED lights down this side going there. So let me switch on the PC. This is what it will look like when it's on, and you can see the fan is running. Let me switch it on. The CPU fan is running, the system fan is running, LEDs are on. For the LED lights, what I did is I soldered them to the pinouts of the CPU fan header at the back of the motherboard. Soldered them there and then put them up here. And this is the system installation completed. So good luck for those who are trying such thing. So be careful, don't fry your machine. Peace out.